The story of Terry Lovelace. Terry Lovelace and his friend Toby were both serving in the U.S. Air Force when they decided to go on a camping trip to Devil's Den in Arkansas. Both were in their mid-20s, physically fit, and had a strong camaraderie.
Terry, who worked as a medic in the Air Force, was a rational and practical individual. Toby, his close friend and fellow airman, had a passion for photography and astronomy, and it was he who suggested they camp in a remote location where they could enjoy clear skies in Stargazi without light pollution.
The duo was looking forward to a quiet weekend in nature, away from the rigors of military life. They packed lightly, bringing only the essentials for camping, including a tent, sleeping bags, some basic food supplies, and Toby's camera equipment. They chose a secluded spot in the park, far from other campers, to fully immerse themselves in the wilderness. The first day and night were uneventful. They set up camp, cooked over a small fire, and spent the evening looking at the stars, enjoying the tranquility of their surroundings. The area was isolated, with no signs of other people, and the dense forest around them added to the sense of solitude. The sky was clear, and the stars were particularly bright, making it an ideal location for stargazing. As night fell on their second evening at Devil's Den, Terry and Toby sat by the campfire, enjoying the clear, starry sky. They had chosen this remote location specifically to get away from any light pollution, and the view did not disappoint. The stars seemed endless, twinkling brightly against the inky blackness of the sky. After some time, they both noticed a series of unusual lights in the sky. At first, they thought it might be a plane or perhaps a satellite, but the lights moved in a way that neither of them could explain. They were perfectly aligned in a triangular formation and seemed to be getting closer. As they stared up at the craft, Terry and Toby experienced what is often described in UFO encounters as missing time. Their memories of the next few hours were fragmented and unclear. Both men recalled feeling a sudden, intense drowsiness, and before they knew it, they found themselves back in their tent. When they regained full awareness, it was the middle of the night, and the campfire had burned down to embers. Both men were deeply shaken, and they couldn't explain what had happened. They also noticed strange physical symptoms. Terry had a strange burn mark on his leg, and Toby's eyes were severely bloodshot, as if he had been exposed to bright light for an extended period. In the days and weeks following the encounter, both Terry and Toby began experiencing vivid nightmares. Terry's dreams involved being on a cold, metallic table, surrounded by small, gray, humanoid beings with large, black eyes. These beings seemed to be performing some kind of medical examination on him. Toby also had similar dreams, with recurring images of the triangular craft and the strange beings. Physically, both men were unwell. Terry experienced ongoing pain in the area where the burn mark had appeared, and Toby's health deteriorated rapidly, leading to his eventual reassignment to another base. The once close friends found it difficult to talk about the experience, and their friendship suffered as a result. For years, Terry tried to suppress the memories of that night at Devil's Den. He focused on his career and tried to live a normal life, but the experience left him with deep psychological scars. The nightmares continued sporadically, and he avoided talking about the encounter for fear of being ridiculed or dismissed as crazy. It wasn't until much later in life that Terry decided to confront what had happened. He began to write down his experiences, which eventually led to the publication of his book, Incident at Devil's Den. The book details not only the events of that fateful night, but also the strange occurrences that followed him throughout his life, which he believes are related to the encounter.